The public often envisions the internet as a weightless, wireless cloud. In reality, sending an email from New York to London requires that data to plunge into the dark of the Atlantic. Over 95% of all international internet traffic travels through physical fiber optic cables resting directly on the ocean floor. Because these pathways exist as physical objects in the real world, they are subject to physical interception. In June 2013, Edward Snowden leaked a cache of highly classified documents that exposed how nations have weaponized this physical infrastructure. Snowden's documents revealed a strategy shift. Intelligence agencies moved past hacking individual endpoints to tapping the deep-sea arteries of the internet directly. The intelligence community established a clear doctrine: control over the undersea cables equals the ability to monitor the world. To capture communications at scale, agencies ignore individual devices and go to the source. They target the points where millions of data streams, emails, financial transactions, and cloud uploads merge into a single pipeline. This enables bulk interception. Instead of seeking individualized warrants, agencies monitor landing stations, the coastal facilities where these submarine cables come ashore. They also target repeaters. These devices boost the light signal as it travels across the ocean, providing a physical location to siphon data from the line. By focusing on these infrastructural bottlenecks, global intelligence networks can capture massive volumes of data from a single point of access. This map shows the primary cable routes crossing the North Atlantic. A massive cluster of these lines converges directly on the western coastline of the United Kingdom. The UK intelligence agency, GCHQ, utilized this geographic choke point to build a massive cable tapping operation called Tempora. Tempora tapped into hundreds of these incoming lines. The program collected millions of phone records, Skype conversations, and emails every day, storing the raw data for up to 30 days. The UK's physical position allows it to intercept the vast majority of traffic crossing the North Atlantic, providing the GCHQ with a primary choke point for global surveillance. Meanwhile, the U.S. National Security Agency established its own reach, forming secret agreements with telecom providers to install interception equipment directly onto the network. Part of the Five Eyes Alliance, they divided the map. Canada secured North Atlantic and Arctic routes, Australia controlled Southeast Asian cables, and New Zealand monitored the Pacific. These dispersed partners shared intercepted data freely under a don't ask policy. This arrangement created a massive legal loophole. Since domestic laws restrict agencies from spying on their own citizens, these countries could simply ask a partner nation to collect the data and share it back. The Five Eyes mapped their surveillance grid directly onto the physical layout of the global internet, bypassing the limits of national privacy laws. China has developed its own approach to dominating data flows in East Asia and the South China Sea. While the Five Eyes tap existing infrastructure, China focuses on owning the lines. Through state-backed companies like HMN Tech, they deploy massive ships to weave an entirely new network across the ocean floor. By constructing this state-controlled ecosystem, China aims to route global traffic away from Western intelligence choke points. Following the Snowden leaks, groups like Privacy International filed lawsuits against the British government, challenging the mass interception of cable traffic as a violation of human rights. The exposure of these operations ended the perception of international communication networks as neutral territory. This shift created a new defensive posture known as digital sovereignty. Governments are now highly suspicious of foreign involvement in the physical laying of their internet cables. The era of treating internet infrastructure as a safe public utility is over. The next generation of infrastructure, like the Equiano cable seen here, is engineered to resist espionage. These systems use heavily encrypted signals and physical, tamper-resistant repeaters. But intelligence agencies continue to evolve their interception methods, creating an ongoing arms race on the seabed. The ocean floor is now a militarized zone. Every email or call sent overseas must navigate an invisible battlefield of constant physical interception.